The countdown to the Iowa caucuses, it is on. After endless campaigning and GOP candidates crisscrossing their state, voters in Iowa will finally get their say, and it all starts in just 3 hours from right now. The caucus is already shattering records, but maybe not for the reason we would want. As Jessica and I are finding out, it is indeed freezing in Iowa. You have heard about this. Record cold is hitting the Hawkeye State, and it could have an impact on the turnout. But the candidates hope it won't stop voters from showing up tonight.
You can't sit home. If you're sick as a dog, you say, darling, I gotta make it. Even if you vote and then pass away, it's worth it.
Blizzard or not, if the Iowans have shown up, we have shown up as well. And we will lead this country in the same way.
So get excited. Caucus opens at 7.
We have an opportunity tonight to really chart a new course forward for this country.
It has nothing to do with anything but taking our nation back.
You deserve to be proud of your president. You deserve to be proud of your country. You deserve to have your children know what it's like to love America.
Trump is running for his issues. You know, Haley's just doing what the donors want. I'm running on your issues and your family's issues, and solely to turn this country around.
Do whatever you can to get them to come out tonight and vote for me.
Frontrunner Donald Trump working his charm in the Hawkeye State and delivering pizzas to first responders as part of his final pitch. Trump is looking for the biggest blowout win in Iowa caucus history tonight. The candidates behind him are banking on an upset and gaining major momentum. Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, and Vivek Ramaswamy all holding events today to make their last-minute pitches to voters. And President Trump just now put out a statement on Truth Social. I want to read it to you here. He says that Nikki Haley can never win in the general election because she doesn't have MAGA and never will. Ron DeSanctimonious, at least, is MAGA light. Vivek votes are wasted should come to Trump. Make America great again. And Greg, I'll go to you because you used 3 exclamation points and you are our exclamation point. We wish you were here, Greg.
Oh, I wish I was. Is it cold? I hear it said the weather.
Yeah.
I hear, it's a lot of breaking news to deal with about, the weather may have an impact or it may not. I think we need to go wall to wall on the weather. I love how the media is doing its job reporting that comment that Trump made as straight news, that he hopes his supporters might die. If you play the clip longer, you'll hear the people laughing. But the media,
yes.
But the media needs everybody to set their hair on fire. Trump doesn't care if you die. Meanwhile, I don't know if anybody saw this. The NBC, not InfoWars, NBC is reporting that public interest groups and lawmakers have devising a plan to stop the military from carrying out Trump's agenda. That's NBC. That blew my mind. Isn't that a coup to get the military on board to subvert the commander-in-chief? And again, I'm reporting it because it was on. I'm reporting it. I'm talking about it because it's on NBC. Look, about today, Trump supporters are very loyal, and they're loyal for a reason. For that previous story, you're watching a guy basically risk everything, including his business and I would say his life. And the more that Trump gets targeted, the deeper the loyalty gets because people who support him want to share that risks. But then there are people that are going like, look, you know what? It's a 4-hour drive to an hour at the beach with Trump because the Dems have created a huge destruction machine that will not just target Trump, but everybody else. So they start to move towards DeSantis and Haley because that at least maybe they won't be so hard on me, if I support them. And then you have Vivek, which is in many ways to me Trump without the destruction machine focused on it. And that's not Trump's fault, but it is Vivek's benefit.
That is, yeah, indeed. And in fact, one thing that's pretty interesting, Judge, is how the issues have evolved here. So about 6 months ago, by far the #1 issue, the economy, and that's still up there. But in the last 6 months, as the border story has changed, that has now become the #1 issue here with the economy close behind.
That's an interesting question. And I think that it really is a result of people like Greg Abbott making sure that the border issue is one that doesn't just affect the southern border, but affects all of us, literally making every state a border state. And so to a certain extent, he gets credit or blame for that. I personally credit him. But I want to say one thing about the White weather, and Greg talked about the weather. I am so sick and tired of people talking about the weather. I grew up in Elmira, New York. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's in the snow belt. I went to school in Buffalo, at the University of Buffalo, where it was always snowing. Look, these people are patriots. As long as the roads are clear, they're coming out tonight. They don't care that it's cold. Only we care that it's cold. Okay, so enough about the weather. Now, DeSantis did something like 140 events. He went to every one of the 99 counties. He knocked literally on the 100,000 doors, they say. And then you've got Ramaswamy, who did 99 counties twice. So then you have Nikki Haley, who's criticizing Ron DeSantis for spending so much money. And yet here we are at the end where Nikki Haley's dumping all of her money into the ads. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens here tonight. I believe that Trump is going to win. I think he's going to win resoundingly. And I think, by the way, to those people who want to give so much credit to Iowa, the last time the person who won Iowa won the election was almost a quarter of a century ago, in the year 2000. So let's not make it like it's the bellwether for, all things having to do with the presidential election. And finally, let me just say that I think that Nikki Haley, to a certain degree, has reached her ceiling. Because the fact that 43% of her voters will actually vote for Biden tells me she's got the Trump haters on her team. And that's not going to help her so much with Republicans, unless what you've got are Democrats who are changing party just to vote in this Iowa caucus. That will be interesting.
All right, Jesse Waters, let's hear from you.
I got to say something about the weather.
Okay, great.
Jerk.
I was in Florida over the weekend, Dana. It was 60 degrees. 60.
Is that good or bad?
I had a long sleeve shirt on, Dana. I barely survived.
Say no more.
Terrible.
I expect a big win by Donald Trump tonight, and he has to run up the score. And the longer this primary goes on, his air of inevitability, of invincibility is punctured. So he's looking for a first-round knockout. Someone like a big candidate of Vivek and Nikki DeSantis has to drop out in January. The longer this thing goes, makes New Hampshire tedious, makes it more expensive. And the party just eventually has to listen to the will of the voters and unite and coalesce around one man, one front runner to make it more formidable to go after Joe Biden. They have a lot of money already spent, the DeSantis campaign. If he doesn't have a very strong second place showing, I don't see how he continues. I think the big headline is, we'll see. We have no idea how that's going to shake out. Then I'm hearing all these Democrats are going to come out and caucus for Nikki to make mischief in the primary, but that doesn't make sense to me because I was supposed to be under the assumption that Donald Trump was the person the Democrats wanted to be the nominee because he was easier for President Biden to beat. So why wouldn't they be caucusing for Donald Trump if that's the case? So I don't believe that at all. Vivek had run a flawless campaign. The relationship between his campaign and the MAGA base had been really crisp. And then he stepped in it and used some words like eliminate and demise. The man has such a brilliant vocabulary. I'm confused about why he'd say that. It's not a big issue. He's still a great surrogate, and he's still in the running for a cabinet position. So I still don't see that really terminating his relationship with the Trump base. But, Dana, again, Florida was 60 degrees. I don't know how you guys are handling it.
Well, I actually think that I have not even been outside for a total of 5 minutes in the last 48 hours. We just, we're well taken care of from the car into the warm. Jessica, you're a Democrat watching this Republican caucus here in Iowa tonight. How are Democrats looking at the possibility of these Republicans, whoever it might be, probably Trump, right, to go after Biden? The ABC poll came out today. Biden's numbers now at 33% approval.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Democrats are nervous about the general election, but our expectation is that Donald Trump will win tonight. And the question is just how big. He has the potential to get through the 50% threshold. He'd be the first person in history to do that. And that definitely seems like a record that he would like to smash. And I think that's why we've seen this shift to attacking Vivek Ramaswamy in the last couple of days, because Vivek voters also like Trump. Vivek himself likes Trump. So if he can get a couple of percentage points off of Vivek, then maybe he can get that 50% threshold, and we'll be talking about that for the rest of time. But it really is tonight about that race for number 2. Ken DeSantis' ground game, and I met this morning, Governor Kim Reynolds was here, Bob Vanderplaats was here. They're both backing DeSantis. He's done the 99 counties. But Nikki Haley is all over the airwaves. You cannot turn on the television without a Nikki Haley ad. And she's doing really well in the city centers, which have been snowplowed. And that will be the big question about the weather, which I know you guys are also excited to talk about. Her voters can pretty easily get to the polls. Can Trump voters and DeSantis voters, to some degree, make it to the gyms or wherever they're going to caucus this evening?
All right, stay tuned for 20 more weather reports. Just kidding. Okay, the countdown to the Iowa caucuses is just getting started. Don't miss special coverage. It starts at 10 p.m. Eastern with Martha and Brett. But up next, Team Obama is talking trash about Team Biden. Why they say the Biden campaign doesn't have have its act together, but they use a different word.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.